Well, it's a cold, rainy, wet day outside, so it's a good day to stay in the garage and build a fire. So I'm going to talk about this Grapple. And I had a lot more to say about it. I recorded some video, and like an idiot, I didn't have the microphone plugged in. So this is going to be a little bit of me talking, a little bit of clips coming up in front of my face. This is the AV20F Grapple from Frontier. It's got grease points on it. It's a lightweight grapple, weighs about 190 pounds. A few months ago, I decided it was finally time to order a grapple for this little 1 Series John Deere. Now I had 3 different ones in mind. There's the Homestead Implements, and it's about $1,900. If you have a military status or veteran status, you can get a discount on that, so that's a nice option for those that don't know about it. There's compact tractor attachments. They have a 50-inch grapple. It looks just like the John Deere AV20F, and it's about $1,700 plus shipping, which could be over $200 something. And then there's the Frontier AV20F. It was $1,850 at the time that I made the order. So all pretty similar in price. The only reason I picked the Frontier version is because the dealer is close, and I went there and say I would like to finance this, and I had 1 sheet of paper to sign my name to, and then it was done. So the others are a good option if you have the money lying around. And now we get to the fun part. So I waited 6-7 weeks for this grapple to show up, and I finally get it home, and I can't get it to pin up on the loader. It had some fat welds, and the linchpin hole was too close to the frame of the grapple. So it took several interactions of dealing with the dealer. I called the salesman, and they kept implying that it was an issue with the tractor, that the loader's not right, which I know is possible. But I've also got a bucket that works perfectly fine, a set of forks that work fine, and I've already done some research online and saw that several other people were having the same problem with this actual grapple. So it's a quality issue. So I talked to 3 different people, and I've showed them proof, pictures, measurements, and it took talking to the store manager to actually get some sort of resolution that was different than operator error. So I could have chosen to fix it myself, which is obviously the way I went. They could replace it and order a new one that'll show up late spring 2024, or it could be dropped off and their shop guys can work on it in between calls, and no idea how long it'll take to get sorted out. Could be weeks, the next day, a month. It wasn't really clear. But that was after a lot of interactions, and I was a little fed up at the time. I could have dropped it off, but it was near closing time, and it was near a holiday weekend. They were going to be closed for several days, and then my work schedule wouldn't allow me to drop it off for several weeks after that. So I kept it. I fixed it myself, which is probably not the right thing to do, but it all worked out in the end. So how many of you out there are having issues with your Deere dealer? Is it just mine? Is it all of them? Like it's a corporate, or it's a chain dealer. They have a lot of little stores in the region. Because I don't think some of the independent mom and shop type places would have a problem like that. They didn't even offer to come out and physically look at it attached to the tractor at my property, which I don't guess they should have to. But it would have been nice to actually prove it, instead of them just taking the word for it in the pictures and the video evidence. So is customer service dead? I don't know. I've had several rounds of issues in that store, and I hope I never have to go back in that place. But I appreciate you all taking your time to watch this video and listen to me rant. I apologize if it got a little bit carried away. I've got some more videos planned. I hope you'll stick around and like and subscribe. I'll see you all later.